Is Dixie Carter on the phone?
Yes, she is.
I got a lot of respect for her. I've never met Dixie, but we have a lot of common friends, and she is a breath of fresh air for pro wrestling. A good friend of mine, Hulk Hogan, has had a lot of conversations with Dixie. One of the things I'm going to ask her is when they're going to bring Hogan over there.
Yeah.
She actually, in my opinion, has a much better product than Vince right now. It's a more believable product. It's not as hokey as
wrestling.
It's exactly. They've gone back to wrestling with what they should be doing. Spice, go ahead.
Well, that and she reaches out to the fans. I mean, she stands out there and meets the fans as they walk into the show, and she asks them what they want, and kind of goes from there, which is a great thing to do.
And actually, what people don't realize is, unlike Vince, who's this this iconic CEO, arrogant asshole. It's not really a real he doesn't have the trials and tribulations that we have as parents and as guys growing up. She is a mother of two. She's raising kids right now. They're running this professional deal, running wrestling as a mother, and that says a lot for her. She's on the phone?
Yes, she is.
Hey, Dixie, it's Bubba. How are you?
Good morning. How are you? My goodness, what nice words. Thank you.
Well, thank you. I've heard a lot of good things about you. I've actually spoke a lot about you with Terry, and he has a ton of good things to say about you. I know you and Terry have had some conversations over the years.
We have, and what an amazing man. Who wouldn't want to have him a part of your team? And he obviously speaks very highly of you as well.
You guys got, if you think about the ex-Vincers, you guys have Christian, a stud, Kurt, and Kurt, and then obviously with Kurt comes Karen, Sting. You got the Dudleys. They got Rhino. They got Steiners. And I know I'm missing some, Dixie. Who else you got in there?
Well, Sting has never worked for Vince.
That's right.
He's
WCW.
the only guy that after WCW just said, no, thank you, I'm out of it.
He's a good guy, too. He's a Reno. I've met him many a times. You talk about a good guy. He's a great guy.
Class act, man. I mean, he is everything a Nikon should be.
And he's over. I mean, he is over.
Well, I mean, he has. I just think he's come back into his own. He's created something, that bigger than he ever has been, and he's just given so much back to wrestling right now. And you know what? That's what our whole locker room is about. I mean, we've got a lot of big stars, but it's all about team. And this is an individual sport, obviously, but when it comes down to it, what's best for TNA and what can make us bigger is, what these guys are always thinking about.
The one person that I'm really happy you guys signed, because I never thought that Vince used him in the right way ever, and he's really a star. Well, he's an unbelievable talent, and he's a great kid, and he's now really coming into his own. It took you guys to put him where he is. That's Christian. He is unbelievable.
Oh, my God. I think that the fans always saw it. But he was never given the opportunity to step into a role and, in the place and knock it out of the park. And that's exactly what he's done with us. He is, number one, he's an amazing person. But, there are very few guys that can talk as well as he can. And the delivery of his lines, and I mean, he has a special gift. And
plus, he can work his ass off. I mean,
oh my God,
you can ask him to do anything.
He can do it all.
And you
he
never
really can.
And he's not a prima donna asshole. If he's got to go out there and put somebody over in the middle, or he's got to go out there and do something or lose to make a storyline believable. He doesn't have a prima donna type attitude that a lot of them, not that your guys have, but a lot of people that come from Vince have that type.
Absolutely. And the match with him and Samoa Joe, where there's going to be a winner. I mean, this one is going to be. This one could steal the show. I mean, we've got a lot of big matches on Bound for Glory at our pay-per-view this Sunday, but I mean, Cage has never been pinned, and Joe has only had just a one loss or so. So it should be a very, very interesting match.
I hate to be a Mark Brent, but I'm fuck Samoa and Joe. I'm going for my boy Christian.
You too. He is your guy.
He is my guy. I love him, and I'm glad to see that you guys got the Dudleys. And I'm going to be honest with you, Dixie. I'm so busy that I haven't got a chance to watch a lot of your stuff. But I was sitting with my son, my little 5-year-old guy, last Thursday night, and he goes, "Daddy." When he goes, on channel 53, there's wrestling. I was looking at it, and I go, there's not. And he goes, I said, so we went over there, and there was Kurt doing some kind of angle where he was out watching Sting's kid play football. And then the Dudleys did a tag team against Pacman and the other guy. And then I watched some stuff, and my little guy was just getting into it. So I was like, wow, I'd much rather him watch this shit than Vince's.
Yeah, I was watching it last night, and they have the funniest character. This guy, Black Machismo.
A Randy man? No, Randy.
It's hilarious, dude. He does like the same like facial expressions, except he's black. That's the only, but it's hilarious.
So Manson Macho, are you mad that some black guy's playing you over at TNA?
Yeah, black guy taking my gig, not cool at all. Get your own
Well, you got Dixie
original
Carter.
idea.
You got Dixie on the phone right now. Get some heat with her, right?
Yeah, Dixie, I think you need to maybe get rid of this guy and look into getting me. I've got a new image, 148 pounds of twisted steel. Don't have the hair
good.
plugs anymore. I'm solid bald and gray and weak. Yeah.
Now, you guys signed the Pacman Jones. Brent, when is he? Is he ever going to be back in the league? Or
He's suspended for a year from the NFL.
So now, Dixie, I watched. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Dixie.
No, he's suspended. He'll be reviewed after 10 games, and it's our hope that he's back on the field here in another 4 or 5 weeks.
Now, could he do both? Could he, because he's done well with you guys, could he, in the off season? I guess in the off season, contractually, he probably could work for y'all, couldn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've had a lot of guys on. I mean, baseball season over. Johnny Damon's been on our show. AJ Brzezinski. We've had a lot of folks work with us in the off season, and we do it in a clever way. I think it's amazing how many of these major league sports figures are huge wrestling fans. And I was talking to a couple of them, like AJ Brzezinski, before he came out of the tunnel, he said, God, I was more nervous coming out there than I was for the World Series. And, it's hard for sports fans to imagine that. But, this is something they've watched since they've been little, and, it's a big part of their lives. And, it's such a rush. It really is. I wouldn't know because I haven't done it and have no desire to. But these guys, it just takes them over the top.
Well, that's one of the things that's so interesting about you, Dixie, is the fact that you don't want that on-camera persona. You have, no interest in doing that.
Unlike some other asshole who's an egomaniac.
Now, why is that? I mean, is it just you're completely content behind the scenes, or you don't want to be known in that way, or what?
Well, I mean, I think this is about the guys and now the ladies of TNA, the knockouts as well. Mm-hmm. This company is not about me. I mean, I am hopefully a very strong driving force behind the scenes, but you don't need me as a character. I do what I do, and that's run a company, and I try to do my best at it that I can. I mean, the one thing I do enjoy, and you mentioned it earlier, is being a part of the fans. I mean, I do go out before shows and shake hands and just thank people so much, and have built a relationship up with a lot of our fans, and I do listen to them. I do. I mean, these are the people who are buying the tickets and watching the TV and buying your toys and going to buy our new video game, and you know what? They're the ones we should listen to, not our own egos.
Now, I heard that I don't know if I think I got some pretty good data that WWE's rating last week for Monday was at a 2.8, which is like the lowest it's been in a year. Dixie, you got to feel as if you got to kind of pound your chest a little bit and realize that Vince is scrambling right now, and he did it once before when Turner came into the scene and that phenomenon. And you guys you gotta feel as if you guys are putting a lot of pressure on him, and he's freaking out a little bit. I mean, all the bullshit little storylines he's coming up. What's that midget? The paternity
Hornswoggle.
I mean, that's not even. I mean, come on now. We know it's sports entertainment, and like for instance, the angle you guys are shooting right now when Kurt was out there watching Sting's kid play football.
I thought that was great.
That's kick ass. That's a believable guy adult skewing angle. But this paternity bullshit and the stuff that Vince is doing now, I mean, you got to feel as if he's scrambling a little bit.
Well, you guys have an IQ, and, it doesn't need to be insulted. And I think that what we do in the ring is better than any wrestling company out in the world. And you combine that with some really creative storylines. And I got to tell you, I think our stuff, and it's hard to be funny, especially in sports entertainment. And you've got people like Christian and Kurt and those guys out there delivering lines that are just blowing people away. And it's a different kind of product. It really is. I wish them, all the luck in the world. We know that the industry can have two thriving companies up against each other, and I think it's important. But we're definitely taking hold. We're here to stay. No one gave us a shot, and it's thanks to I'm sure many of your listeners out there are fans, and I can't thank them enough for helping us spread the word.
Let me ask you. Let's say down the road here a little bit. Let's say TNA absolutely explodes as it's doing now, and it keeps doing better and better and thriving, much like WCW did back in the day. What if Vince came to you and says, "Hey, you know what, Dixie? I want to buy your company. I want to eat you guys up, just like he did a la WCW." What would you tell Vince?
Thanks, but no thanks.
There's no chance in hell.
It's not going to happen because what you don't realize is that the TNA is sponsored. I mean, the investors are a huge group that Vince can't buy. These people could buy and sell Vince. From what I understand, Dixie, you can correct me or not, but the Panda or Pana people, they have more money than Vince could ever come up with, and it's not for sale, and he can't afford it.
Well, I've got my hands full with my own company, but we definitely wouldn't be interested in selling to him, and it's not good for the wrestling fans. And even if we were to intend to buy him, that's not good for the wrestling fans either. I mean, there's a reason that there's a Home Depot and Lowe's on every corner in America right across from each other, and the fans are benefiting from this. I mean, they really are. They have a choice. I mean, there are very brand loyal fans to our competitor, and, you know, I just hope that if we continue doing what we're doing, that we will grow our own fan base and, you know, be right up there competitive with him head-to-head.
Well, you guys already are competitive, and by content-wise, you guys are beating him, and it's only a matter of time before, and your ratings are right on his cusp, so it's only a matter of time. The only one-word suggestion, Dixie, is you got to continue to incorporate the hottest woman in the entire fucking world, and that is Karen Angle. Oh, my God.
She's pretty hot, huh?
Oh, my Lord, man.
Her and Letitia Klein. She's hot, too.
Yeah, Letitia Klein as well. They just keep, boy, run those girls to the bank, baby, because they're all about it. Also, is there a chance ever that we could see see Hogan over there? I know you've talked to him before. I mean, you know, is that true?
You know, yeah, I've always talked to Terry through the years, and I have the utmost respect for him. I mean, he's bigger than any brand of wrestling in my book. You know, Hulk Hogan is a household name worldwide, and you know, who wouldn't want to be associated with him? He's a quality person. I think the world of him, and you know, we'll see. One day, I'd love to work with him.
I got to know one last thing. You being a woman. You know, and there's always that stereotype of the glass ceiling and everything like that, but you've been so successful as a businesswoman. I mean, have you ever encountered any problems with these testosterone-filled guys, maybe that one guy that just didn't give you the respect you deserved?
Never, not once. I mean, I think respect is earned. I don't care if you're a man or woman. And if you walk the walk and talk the talk, I mean, I set expectations high. I make a lot of promises, and you know that's my goal in this company is just to meet or exceed every one of them. And I think that's how we've been so successful so far. I mean, we've got guys who, if you treat with respect, they're not used to that. Quite honestly, you treat them with respect, they'll deliver for you, and that's exactly what's happening here. You
know, Dixie, out of all the talent that you got from Vince, and you know, everybody's got a little bit of a persona and stuff like that. Who's the one guy, maybe a couple guys, that you were pleasantly surprised with that may have had a bad rap that came in and worked for you, and you're thinking, just like you said, when you treat somebody with respect, you don't make them do 250 house shows a year, and you actually give them a little bit of time off so they can get rest and healed. Who's the one guy that you said, this guy's awesome? I don't know why whomever gave them a bad rap. Would it be a Steiner? Would it be a...
that's so funny you said that. I mean, the first time I met Steiner, he pulled me aside and he said, hey, listen, I know we got to talk. I know what you've heard about me and everything, but I got to tell you, and I cut him off. I said, listen, I don't listen to what people have to say about people. You have a fresh start here. You will be judged based on your actions here. I'm expecting a lot of you, but I'll give a lot back. So let's just work together. Don't worry about the past, and let's create a future.
And the reason why I said that is because I knew it was going to be Steiner, because Hogan told me all along that Steiners are awesome, but Vince or whomever always gave them a bad fucking rap, and that they're really, really good guys, and that's the reason why I heard the same thing. I've never met the guys, but I heard the same thing.
I'm being completely honest with you. I don't have a bad apple in the group. I mean, every single one of these guys are they're a joy to be with, and they're busting their asses every single week for us. And when you hold everybody to the same standard, it's really easy to kind of set that bar high, and they'll follow. But you have to treat guys with respect. They deserve it. My God, I mean, what they're doing, they're putting their bodies on the line and their lives on the line every single week based on what they're doing. I mean, they're doing some crazy stuff in the ring, and you have to respect that.
TNA's Bound for Glory is Sunday night live from Atlanta on pay-per-view. The main event is Kurt Angle versus Sting. Make sure you tell Kurt we're his boys. I don't care what he's going through right now. He can always call us, and we always handle him with kid gloves. He's the best. And please tell him, Dixie, that we love him and that we're here for him, anything he needs.
And check out,
you got it.
And check out TNA Wrestling on Spike TV. Spike TV is some really good people. I really like their programming. So TNA Wrestling Thursday nights at 9 to 11.
Dixie, Spike just gave you an additional hour, did they not?
They did. We're on 2 hours. Last night we were on from 9 to 11 Eastern and Pacific, and it's only our second show at 2 hours, but we're on weekly 2 hours every night, and every week on Thursdays. So check it out if you hadn't. And guys, I really appreciate the support, and we're going to work our butts off not to let you down.
I hear the kids, Dixie. Get to the kids. Dixie, we'll call you. We'll call you from time to time when we got pay-per-views to bullshit a little bit. Okay?
You got it. Anytime. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Dixie.